Hi, this is Katie from Crafting Ruby Dreams, and this video is to share why I write fiction and why you may want to write fiction too. So the first reason why I write is to give myself pleasure and joy, because I find pleasure and joy in writing. I would write even if I never got published again. I have been published in the past by traditional publishers as well as self-publishing. Publishing is business, writing is personal. There are many different routes to publishing, but I will get into that in a different video. So the number one reason why I write fiction is to give myself joy. The number two reason why I write fiction is it has acted as free therapy for me for the longest time. I now do have a therapist, and we have lovely conversations every single week, and sometimes a little too close to home, but that's what having a professional therapist is for. But if you cannot afford a professional therapist, and I am not a therapist, so please take my advice regarding this aspect of it with a huge grain of salt. If you need access to therapy, this could be a therapeutic moment for you, and it is a way to let out your emotions, to process your emotions, to get that person that you want to get but you don't want to do actual violence to them. It's a way to take your mind off the pandemic. When I film this, we're still in the middle of it. You can imagine yourself in different worlds, in different locations, having that vacation that you think you want. That is another way that fiction can serve you. It can get your brain going and moving and create energy. It's a process that has been very beneficial to me over over 2 decades that I've been actively writing fiction. And it has allowed me to let out a lot of things onto the page and process those emotions and thoughts and move forward with whatever the next step is. And like I said, I now have a therapist, and it's a different experience, but is a very beneficial experience. And I feel very centered, both after my therapy appointments as well as after writing sessions, and it's just it's something that I've found to be useful in my life. Number three reason why I write fiction is to get the voices out of my head. I have had a very active imagination my entire life, and the way my imagination comes to life in my head is through voices. So I very often hear voices that don't feel like they are actually me, but they are inside my head. It is a way to get them out, and like the emotions, just get it on the page, process those thoughts. I sometimes, when I'm typing, feel like I'm taking dictation, frankly, because I hear the story, and it's an interesting way to interact with the story when you're hearing it in your head, but it's in your head. I don't know how to describe it to someone who does not have that same experience, because not every writer has that same experience. Some people are very visually based, and others, I don't know how because they say they don't see the story, they say they don't hear the story, so I don't know how it is that they experience the story in their head. Like I said, for me, it's primarily auditory and a good chunk of visual as well. And the number four reason I write fiction is to improve my language skills. I believe that I have become both a better speaker as well as a better user of English through my writing. I am not a natural grammarian. That is not my strong point. I do sometimes struggle with picking the right word, but it is the more you exercise a skill, the better you get at it. So I have become a better user of English. I think that anyone, no matter what language you use, if your language is a written language, it will help you get better at it. And so it's just something that I think has been very useful both in my day profession life as a librarian as well as personally. The number 5 reason why I write fiction is making friends. I have found a lot of friends through various writing communities that I've been in, and I don't know where I would be without those relationships as an adult, frankly. I don't know that I would be the person that I am now if I hadn't been involved in the romance community, especially the romance writing community. I have learned so much from my writing and from the people I've gotten to know in the writing community. I highly recommend seeking out writing communities, but I also recognize that they are not for everyone. And there are some communities that are very unwelcoming to others. If you find one of those communities, please leave them in the dust. They are not worth your time, and it's not worth it. But there are so many different writing communities out there that I think you will be able to find your community if you want to have an outside writing community, because writing can be completely and totally personal. You don't have to share it with anyone but yourself. So there are professional writing organizations. There are boards such as AO3, which is fan fiction. There's Wattpad, which is also fan fiction, but also original work. There is, I believe Reddit has a writing community, let alone all of the social networks have their own communities. You can do searches for the various genres, and people have lists of authors on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Just do a search for authortube and you will find other authors who are on YouTube. It is something that it's just, again, writing is a very important part of my person, of myself, and I am so thankful I've been able to make friends in the writing community. And I would write fiction even if I lost all my friends, if I lost all ability to publish in the future. It is still something that I would do, but it has also brought so many other benefits into my life, and it has made me a much more well-developed person. And I am thankful to everyone who has shared various experiences with me and has helped me develop as a person. You probably don't even know how much you have helped me, so thank you. And my final reason for writing fiction, I want to publish. I make no bones about it. I want to publish. I have been published in the past by traditional publishers as well as self-publishing, and I plan on publishing into the future. So those are the reasons why I write fiction and why you may want to consider writing fiction too. Feel free to leave a comment on what you would love to see from me in the future, and especially if you have any questions about writing or publishing. I look forward to seeing you around. Please consider hitting that subscribe button and the like button if you found anything about this video useful, and please let your friends know. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day, and may all your dreams be Ruby dreams.